welcome back to yet another Henna's Bricks YouTube video. And in this video I'm doing something a little bit different because I'm going to be showing you guys my uni room collection and most importantly the MOCs that I have here at uni. And before we get started, I just want to say that I'm fortunate enough to live pretty close to a Lego store, which isn't that good for my monetary funds because I end up finding myself in there quite often, and I usually end up walking out of there with a pick-a-brick tub of some sort, if not a set. So that's why I've got so many MOCs. They're not massive, don't expect massive things, they're only fitting on my shelves up here, but they're just a range of things, you know? So I'm going to show them to you right now. So the first MOC I'm going to show, and my most recent MOC, is this space layout. Here it is on the table, and you might be wondering, why is it so small? But the reason for that is I was able to make the whole thing just from the pieces I was able to fit into one of the small pick-a-brick boxes. My main idea for this MOC was to make it more of a barren and maybe icy planet, because I did get this new Ice Planet Explorer minifigure from the new collectible minifigure series. The other 3 minifigures in here are all from the building minifigure section in the Lego store. And as you can see, the basic idea of the MOC is a sort of barren area. Tried to do a black base around the bottom, and then we've also got this sort of control center where the astronauts are controlling stuff. And before we move on to the other bigger MOCs, I'm going to show you the 2 very small mechs which I made. This one's sort of black and orange color theme, and this one is white and blue grey sort of color theme. And I made these before I came to uni, but I've sort of edited them and made them a bit different whilst I'm here. And these are pretty cool. And I've had a bit of a mech phase going on, but yeah, these are just 2 small mechs that I've also got at uni. Now we're moving on to something a little bit bigger. It is a castle MOC. As you can see, the main part of this MOC is the castle tower in the middle, and then there is a bridge / ramp leading up to the main entrance door. And that bridge goes over a river or a moat which goes around the whole thing. The MOC includes 4 knight minifigures, which are all from the build a minifigure section, because that's mostly where I get the idea for my MOCs from, is the minifigures which I get from the build a minifigure. As you can see, there really is no interior, and there's just a ladder at the back. Got some candles at the top as well. And I did make sure to include some foliage, and there is a spider and a grey squirrel. Even though some parts are a bit of a mishmash, I think this MOC is pretty awesome. And finally, it's time to show my biggest MOC. I'm going to try and get it down. It's maybe about 2 times the size of that last castle one. So let's check it out. Here is my Clone Wars MOC. The MOC has 2 buildings. The main one is the clone base here on the right. And then the second one is this random building. It's got a coolant sign at the front, but it's really not got much purpose. But at the top you can see there has been a big explosion and the building is on fire. To make some of the vehicles which are dotted around the outside of the MOC, I used one of the Clone Trooper and Droid battle packs. As you can see, I used pieces from the Tri-Droid to make my very own Spider Droid here. I kept the stats basically the same, and then I did sort of edit the speeder bike a little bit to just look a bit different. In the whole area, I've managed to fit 14 clones and 9 battle droids. Here's the view over the behind. You can see a load more clones in here. There's a control panel there on the left, and then a bit more of a hologram table in the middle. Here's another view of the alleyway with my special shock trooper running down the middle. And then there isn't much in the interior of the destroyed building, except for a small brown chair. And in this MOC, I tried to include as much detail as possible. Considering the small amount of parts I have, I'm pretty happy with what I've managed to make. And my MOC looks really good on the shelf next to the other clone vehicles and droid vehicles and the Commander Cody brickheads. And on the shelf above, you can see my space MOC next to my big spaceman and the space shuttle. And here is the castle MOC on the shelf by itself. So one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video was to show you guys the MOCs which I've made here, because when I go back home, I'm probably going to destroy them and use the pieces for other stuff in the Lego room. Out of the 3 MOCs which I've shown today, which one's your favourite? Mine has definitely got to be the Clone Wars battle. I think I put most effort into that one, and it's my favourite one. And of course, Star Wars is my favourite theme. Thank you very much for watching. Very cool.